than his black.
And we're back to Forgotten Fates, a D&D 3.5 edition campaign, season 6, week something, hour
5.
something.
Hour something.
It's all somethings. And why am I in every single camera? That's crazy.
That's the best kind of camera.
Oh yeah, my good side.
All of my good
Trick
sides.
question. I don't have a bad side.
Oh my gosh. The party tonight will be Colby, Dermot.
Yeah.
We'll be playing
And
what was
Zeke.
it? Outcast Ardo. Yeah.
Colby,
That'd be an
Dermot, and
interesting
Zeke.
party, actually.
Colby, Zeke, and Dermot.
Just need
I'm
a
pretty
caster.
sure there would be like a fight somewhere. No, actually, they wouldn't fight at all. There would be no combat in that group. Perfect
Okay.
cohesion.
Colby would be like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this."
They're
I
all
was,
the same. They're all like, they all understand each other's assholeness.
I was a mechanical engineer in one of my past lives.
I was a sociologist. We'll work this out.
I'm a former anthropologist. I know exactly where we need to go. Judging by these ruins.
I'm going to take my knowledge beekeeping skill and use this to apply to it. Yeah. No,
See-
that was really an interesting way to run the character, though, since you didn't have it and you kind of backstory on the fly. All right, we're good. That's in there now.
There's I forget the game, but they have this mechanic where you can like retrocon something, but it's controlled.
Yeah.
Like they were playing it on JP's channel, but it was really interesting. I'm like, that's a really cool mechanic because you're like setting up a heist and you're like, okay, this situation happens. It's okay, use your like one, I forget what it's called, but retcon, and you're like, well, of course I had a rope. I prepared it. Like, why wouldn't I?
I brought a flamethrower.
Exactly. But it was really and you would like go back in time and like play out the moment that made you do that.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. I was like, that's a really nice way to do that because then you get over the did you bring everything? All these like the party how like you're like, okay, we got the rope, we got the stick, we got the this, we got the like there's a list of crap you always bring because you never know what's coming.
Mm-hmm. But this time I forgot to bring the jaws of life.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't, because
Remember that one time? Yeah.
I was crushing watermelons and I was bored.
that would be what this party would say. You couldn't be saving somebody. Something like that. I happen to have this out back. We fired it up to those watermelons. Okay. All right. Coming back. So, Kel said he had a spell to protect you since your life is in his hands.
Right, protect. That's not what I said.
Oh.
Disguise you.
Disguise you.
Well, let's give it a try then, I suppose. I've never heard of this magic before.
Any requests?
Just shakes her head like, use your imagination, I guess.
Roderick says, I'd like to be taller.
Roderick would like to be taller?
Aren't we trying
Christ.
to stay like... Sir Roderick, aren't we trying to stay like... I don't know.
Inconspicuous?
You know, so we don't stand out?
Oh, if we want to stand out, we should probably be orcs.
Okay. I can do that.
Go as far as our garments as well with this spell.
I don't know. Yeah, I can make your armor, weapons, everything look different. I can make you look taller if you wanted, or shorter.
He gives a little bit of a description of a uniform.
Okay.
And do you do that to him or everybody? What's the goal here?
One creature per 2 levels. That's my levels, right?
Yeah. So,
I could do all of us.
including Winston, yeah.
Do all of us, Kel.
All right. If I must.
If you're gonna make me.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to, but if that's what you want.
So, Dermot, you okay with this?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Should I make Winston look like a warg? I don't know if orcs usually travel with bears. I could make him look like an orc.
That'd probably be safe, says Sir Roderick.
I was thinking orc could ride a bear if it tried.
It'd be
An
funny.
orc riding an orc.
A warg is
It certainly
probably your
would be
best bet.
humorous. What's that?
A warg is probably your best bet.
All right. Then let's cast this spell.
Okay.
All right, I'm casting Seeming.
Seeming. All right. You finish the incantation and turn the entire party into orcs and Winston into a warg.
Okay.
Roderick turns to you. So, is it done? Oh, it is done. He turns to look quite convincing, huh, my lady?
I look over.
You see a party of orcs dressed in the military uniform.
I'm looking up and down at myself.
You haven't turned
Feeling yourself?
into a feminine orc.
Quite horrifying indeed.
Kel, there's something odd about that voice coming out of that body.
Oops.
You're not sure you'll ever be able to forget it.
I don't know. Enough wine will fix anything. I mean,
With that note, you think of several other possible uses for this spell, and the party continues on.
I mean, for an orc, she's a 10.
oh man. Oh man. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's an entire group of Andaras.
Dude, you have like a jutsu. You have like a sexy jutsu.
I do have a sexy jutsu. My harem jutsu.
Oh my gosh. The Kelruto or something then?
Yeah.
Kelruto.
Kelruto.
Believe it.
Believe it.
So Roderick, well, he doesn't have the mount, but so that's going to kind of slow you all down. You had a horse, Kel, you said? How are you doing that? What's going on? You summon.
I have my phantom steed.
Mm-hmm.
But I can only cast, well, I guess I could cast more than one. Right?
Yeah. So you summon yourself a phantom steed.
Who doesn't have a horse?
Was Roderick with me when we lost Sprinkles?
Yes.
He probably wouldn't have brought up, hey, we should have horses. This will be faster.
Level 3.
Roderick is insensitive.
1, 2.
Maybe.
Who needs a horse?
Yeah. So Kel asks out, who needs a horse?
I don't reply, and Dara is just kind of looking sullen.
I'll take one, says Roderick.
All right. Phantom steed him.
Phantom steed him.
I'll give him a phantom steed, yeah.
He mounts up the phantom steed.
Look at my horse.
Yeah.
Horse is amazing.
You've got 2 orcs on horseback, 1 orc riding a warg, and 1 rather solemn-looking female orc in the background.
Sad orc.
Sad
Uh,
orc.
Similar to Sad Panda.
And are you walking? tell me that you lost sprinkles yet, right?
No.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Mm.
Making sure I'm not just like acting out of character.
Yes, I suppose a horse would be helpful, she says.
All right, Phantom Steed for Andara. There we go.
A horse appears in front of you, Andara. Cue flashbacks.
Right? PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
And one for me.
All right.
She's back in Gnome. She kills everybody. Tune in next week.
Okay.
That escalated quickly.
Didn't it?
And it's travel. You head down the road. It's a lot better than trekking through the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, welcome to the jungle. After about an hour of travel, you come up around a bend, and just 30 foot ahead of you, you see, as far as you can see down the road, marching orc foot soldiers. Roderick kind of pulls the horse back real quick, starts making a signal.
I kind of say, I kind of whisper, I know what he means by that because we've been traveling together for a while. I translate. And I whisper, does anyone speak orc?
There's a pack of elephants. What? You would speak
That's not
orc.
what he said.
I speak. No, I don't.
I don't think so.
Do I speak orc? No, I'm questioning. Like, wait a minute.
I speak Dwarven, which is close.
Shut your hole.
That helps.
Elven, Undercommon, Abyssal, and Dwarven. I also speak Dwarven.
Dwarven
It's
and common.
close.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's close to orcish, apparently.
Shut your hole.
I suppose our Roderick doesn't speak orc, right?
He doesn't. In the time you've traveled with him, he speaks common.
Mm.
Well enough, sometimes.
Should have thought about this when I was leveling.
How many of them are there?
Hundreds that you saw. Or that he
So-
said this.
So, yeah.
You can peek around the, yeah.
So we got this, right?
Sure.
Shit.
No.
No, it doesn't matter. We can't approach. We're not gonna look. We're gonna look out of place with your fancy horses.
I've got a question that I don't know if you know the answer to or not. How does my etherealness affect work?
Affect what?
How does that work?
Ethereal
No.
jaunt. You become ethereal for a period of time.
Is it jaunt?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
It's
because
as the
I'm
spell.
looking at a list that's not right. Then I don't know what it's saying. Take you and your party to the ethereal plane.
Yeah, that is not right. You yourself go ethereal.
What book is this in for the domain magics?
Oh, wait a minute. That's a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about that cloak. Etherealness is the spell?
Yeah.
All right. Take you and your party to the ethereal plane. I love having her back. Etherealness, that's a level 9 spell.
Whoa, whoa!
mean- Nerf.
Saying, yeah, level. I portal.
Hmm.
It's level.
You gave
wait,
me
I
an
don't know if
idea
that-
too.
It's just enumerated as 7. I don't know if it's actually accessible.
Well,
The
then it
phantom
is.
steeds are not hindered by
That's-
terrain.
That's terrifying.
Only
Well,
one of
this-
us has to get by, and then you guys can just join on the other side.
The spell
That's
functions
true.
like ethereal jaunt, except that you and the other willing creatures joined by hands
Kumbaya.
or equipment become ethereal. Besides yourself, you can bring one creature per 3 caster levels to the ethereal plane. Once ethereal, subjects need not stay together. When the spell expires, all affected creatures on the ethereal plane return to material existence. 1 minute per level. So for 13 minutes, you can cast everyone into the ethereal plane. The
We're
realm.
short one creature, aren't we?
Right. 1 per 3 levels. You're at 13. Yeah, you'd have to leave someone behind. Oh, wait. Yourself. You and 1 per 3 levels. No, you're all right. You're just barely all right. You could totally turn everyone here into ethereal entities for 13 minutes. And that's your call.
But then we'd be like running from an army. Right? Because we'd be ahead of them.
You see Roderick kind of looks back at the party and goes,
Use your words. Like, they can't hear
Yeah.
us.
What do I know that means?
why don't we just walk with them?
Did you see a lot of them riding spectral horses?
Do we have to keep riding the horses?
No.
Can't think
We're
of a safer way to travel.
We're going the same direction.
I seem to be heading north.
Oh God, I'm just imagining Andorra being fucking approached by other male orcs.
How long does this illusion last?
Give or take 12 hours.
Should be all right to travel with them at least up to the night.
As long as they don't talk to us.
That's true. Suppose it just depends on discipline of the army.
Haven't met many orcs, have you?
Yeah, they're disciplined.
I heard they're the
Now,
most chaotic
how
creatures
fa-
in the universe.
How far away are they from us that can we all see them clearly?
If you peer around the corner, yeah, they're marching away.
Okay, can we see the entirety of it, or are we just catching
Oh,
the tail end,
you're
or the
you're
front, or the
catching-
back?
The tail end marching away to the north, and it goes on as far as you can see down the road.
So we're not able to sort of distinguish a leader or.
Mm-mm. Spots. Is everyone looking?
No.
No. Dermot
Oh,
looking?
no, I'm not looking. I'm using the crystal orb.
Oh. Okay, so Andara looking, it goes on as far as you can see. Dermot flips the orb out and just goes, all right then. As you scan
It's
it,
my
just
Coleco
goes-
vision.
It goes on and on down this road. You roll as you're rolling over the top of all these orcs wielding spears and shields. You get to somewhere down the line where you count, maybe past 200-300 orcs, and you see a group of ogres pulling by rope this huge, what looked like the base for a catapult, but it's a giant arm.
Oh, it's the fucking arm.
You keep going.
Yeah, like, where are they headed?
You keep rolling all the way down. You get to an opening where there's a huge camp set up. There is a rather large tent in the center with banners hanging beside it. There seems to be, if you were to venture a guess, probably about 800 orcs already here setting up the camp. So making your total count so far, roughly 1,200.
Can I, like, pan up and see our destination?
You pan up, and in the distance, up over the top of the treetops, you do see the city in the distance. You think you're about 2 days out.
Okay, so this camp is how, like, to this head of this camp is, like, how long? About? Like
About
a day to get to that, or?
You would be at that camp within 6 hours traveling down the road.
And
So
and
they're
then
about 2 days away from the city.
and that's where this road leads.
Yeah.
And it's a straight shot. Like, there's no, it's not conveniently curved, and we can just cut through the bush.
Yeah, it's not conveniently curved. It's a straight shot, unfortunately. It looks like that army, from what your guess, would be there within 2 days' time.
We need to. Yeah, we're not gonna get through there anytime soon. I'll give it to Sir Roderick so he can take a peek too.
He takes the ball, holds it up, and starts scanning the area. You notice from him watching him, he's zooming further and further out above.
You give it to the clumsy guy who fell into multiple traps. Good job.
Yeah.
I do have a high reflex. I'm waiting for him to drop it.
Maybe I'll just hold it still with spectral hand.
Yeah.
He's looking, he says, right, whoa, over. If we cut through the jungle and travel through the night, we can make it to our temple by morning.
I thought we were going to the same place.
Not quite.
Yeah, well.
Same area, different place.
Well, clearly, it's like 2 days away.
Why is that tree moving?
Excuse me?
Oh, well. It's back to you.
You can tag along, right? If I grab the orb while he's looking at it, I can see what he sees. Yeah, I'll look what he's looking at.
You see that in between the path that he's pointing, some of the trees are bowing out and moving.
Coming towards us?
No, just
They're moving out of the way, or
no, moving back and forth. You see a giant long neck come out, pull some from the top of one of the trees, starts eating it, and goes back down. Well, it looks like a reptilian creature of some sort.
It's a thunder lizard. I take out my Jurassic Park hat. Life finds a way.
Welcome to the jungle.
He left us.
Roderick runs off.
Well, we can't make it a total waste. Let's go there first.
Wait, what?
We're going to their temple. And to catch us a dinosaur. I mean, see a dinosaur.
What a what?
A thunder lizard. What are they called in D&D?
Okay.
Regular names for them.
Okay.
Bronchiosaurus, Diplodocus, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't remember. It's back
Lead
to-
on.
They're called Run Away!
All right. Roderick dismounts from the horses. It will no longer be helpful cutting through the path, unfortunately.
They're not hindered by terrain.
Oh, they're not.
No.
We ride through that shit like no
They're
one's
Okay.
phantom steeds.
niece.
You're awesome with that. All right. So the phantom steeds are dodging and weaving through trees like nothing.
Shit.
So you see Roderick takes the lead. You follow Endara?
Hmm?
You follow
Yeah.
after Roderick?
Sorry, I was imagining it was like from like Star Wars or
There's orcs behind us on wargs crashing into trees, exploding.
Kel, you're bringing
Endor.
up third position. Dermot
Sure.
and Winston coming up behind. Winston does occasionally move some. If the vegetation isn't too thick, he just runs over the top of it and continues moving.
If he was struggling at all, like because I'm on him,
He's still a bear.
I would just be like, if he can do this fine on his own, I don't need to be riding him.
You could be like the Oprah of Phantom Horses. The bear gets a horse. Everyone gets a horse. The bear riding a horse for the win.
No, I'll go bear
Turn
form.
him into an orc, so he looks like an orc
Yeah,
riding a phantom
horse.
steed.
Perfect.
He seems to be doing fine.
Okay, if he's doing fine, then
You were a little concerned at first, but he's keeping pace. It's just where they're dodging and weaving, he's barreling straight through the underbrush.
Trees exploding out of the way.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. You see vegetation just exploding. Dermot riding, Winston coming through. You'll see Winston dive through one bush, come out. He's eating something as he continues.
It's like a squirrel. in
Half
the
a
mouth.
rabbit hanging out of his mouth. Yeah.
How long do those horses last?
You all suddenly faceplant.
Yeah, just imagine like you're in a sitting
Zoop.
position. Ah, to the ground.
13 hours.
13 hours.
Fuck.
By what I just told you, then.
And they can use
14
water.
hours have passed.
They can ride over sandy, muddy, or even swampy ground. Swampy.
Oh, they're good with swamps.
Thank goodness.
You should tell the party that as
And
well.
at this particular level, they can use water walk at will.
Oh, man.
Alright. So, are you going to announce that to the party? Let them know as they're going. You know, these horses can handle sandy terrain. They're not
They're-
hindered by swamps.
Especially proficient in swamps.
No.
And
Okay.
Animals tend to shun it and refuse to attack it.
Good. That's good. Okay.
Bears, not so much.
Yeah, not so much with the bears.
No bears.
You're passing through. Wow. Really? Sorry. Where's that book?
Wait,
You guys are- Yeah.
I'm 13th, right?
13th.
Level?
Yes.
13. So they also get airwalk as well.
What does that do?
They're reindeer.
Reindeer? Is that really what that is?
Can use airwalk. Whatever airwalk. Let me read airwalk.
Okay.
You get fancy
The
running
subject can
shoes.
tread on air as if walking on solid ground.
You get Air Jordans.
Moving
Yeah.
upward is similar to walking up a hill. Oh, so it can just ride up a mountain. I got it.
Doesn't even have to be there, the mountain. You just walk up air like it's a mountain, yeah.
And you float down. Yeah, you float.
You have reindeer.
You get
I
a,
have-
a
Well, not reindeer per se, because that's 14th level.
Hey, wait,
Because
wait.
then they
Can we,
can fly.
Okay.
no, it was only Donkey that had wings, right? Sprinkles
Yeah.
didn't get wings, did you? No, okay.
No, only Donkey. And
Sprinkles
Donkey's,
didn't drink any Red Bull.
Donkey's
it-
back with his
They
master.
can't fly yet, but they're
Hey, the gnome could give Sprinkles wings when Sprinkles comes back.
Or turn
Yeah.
him into a slime ball.
So,
That?
as you're riding through stuff, you pass between you see Roderick up ahead of you, passes right between a pair of rather thick trees and keeps going. And Dara also passes right in between them and keeps going. Kel, you happen to notice that those trees are odd and look up.
The
And
trees
you
look
see
up?
a large, Kel looks up, noticing the canopy is lower here. There's a long tail sticking out from between a pair of rather large hind legs, but you only
Oh.
see these two legs. Do you keep going straight through it?
when in Rome.
When in Rome? All right. You go straight through it.
What else am I gonna do?
Dermot, you've also noticed this.
Kill it with fire.